Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Apulia in Italy. And as you can very obviously tell, we are down in the boot. We are obviously here in the heel of the boot of Italy. And as you can imagine, this region is full of absolutely gorgeous beaches here along the Adriatic and down here in the Gulf of Taranto. Lots of little ports and things as well. Lots of yummy seafood. But it does have some interesting little sights here. Mainly the Gargano Promontory, which is up here in the spur of the boot heel. Lots of really incredible limestone cliffs and things. Not quite the lush rolling valleys of vineyards that you would see in the rest of this province, which is what it's mostly made up of. Lots of wine is grown here, lots of olives for olive oil, and lots of very basic grains like wheat. And we'll talk about why it's a part of its history. This area, this peninsula, I should say, is the Salentine Peninsula, or maybe the Salentine. I think depending on where you are in the world, what you would call it. And the capital here is Bari. You can see on the coast. This region has 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, so we're going to talk about them before we get into history. Let me grab my tablet and figure out the best angle for you here. UNESCO's website went down right before I recorded, and I was very scared that I would have to wait to record until it was all done, but it came through right when I was setting up to record. Okay. I guess I'll have to go like this. I'm at an angle, as usual. First, we're going to talk about the Trulli of Alberobello. Alberobello. There we go. The Trulli limestone dwellings found in the southern region of Puglia, which is the Italian name of Apulia, are remarkable examples of drywall or mortarless construction. A prehistoric building technique still in use in this region. The trulli are made of roughly worked limestone boulders collected from neighboring fields. Characteristically, they feature pyramidal, domed, or conical roofs built up of corbelled limestone slabs. These things look like they're out of a fairy tale. Do you see that? How quaint is that? How absolutely gorgeous these houses are. Very, very traditional and beautiful. Let's look at the gallery here. Oh, there isn't any. Well, we're going to see more on Google Earth, I promise you that. Next, we're going to talk about something that segues nicely into the history, the Castel del Monte. When Emperor Frederick II built this castle near Bari in the 13th century, he imbued it with symbolic significance, as reflected in the location, the mathematical and astronomical precision of the layout, and the perfectly rectangular shape. A unique piece of medieval military architecture, Castel del Monte is a successful blend of elements from classical antiquity, the Islamic Orient, and North European Cistercian Gothic. So here's this very, very neat castle, and from the outside it just kind of looks like a very typical medieval castle. If you're just looking at one side of it. It is, oh, this isn't a good pictures either, very rounded. It's not perfectly round, it has sides. When it says octagonal, but like it said, it's a blend of Islamic architecture with Western European architecture at the time, purposefully done to create like a peaceful, harmonious place, which is really neat. We'll mention that in history, and we'll check it out on Google Earth too, don't you worry. So let's talk about the history of Apulia. Let me put this away real quick. The earliest people who lived here were the Mycenaeans, a very ancient Greek civilization, and was populated by many, many Greek people for quite a while. It was part of a Roman province called Magna Graecia, the Greek land, the Greek region, where people spoke Greek. Now, many powers have come and gone in this region. Many people have attempted to conquer this area. Many people did conquer this area. So I'm just going to kind of run through them and give you the basics of it. Because like I said, we had the Romans. Eventually, the Byzantines would take over. There was a Muslim emirate, I believe, called the Saracens, who took over some parts but wasn't successful. They were pushed out by the Byzantines after their attempt. The Normans tried to come in and conquer. Eventually, the Sicilians would take over. And that's when Frederick II built Castel del Monte in this region over here. I'm not sure it's on the map here, but it's in this area. I'll show you on Google Earth. The region became part of Naples in 1282 because, if you know your Italian history, Italy did not exist back in medieval times. It was a bunch of city-states and kingdoms. So Naples at the time was a kingdom. It conquered this area. And the Ottomans attempted to conquer. The Venetians attempted to conquer. Napoleon attempted to conquer. I don't think he got 100% of Apulia, but he did certainly try. Correct me if I'm wrong also. I'm pretty sure he did not get 100% of Apulia. I don't think he made it all the way down the peninsula. But I could be wrong. Italy was created in 1861, so that's when Apulia joined Italy, because at that time it was still part of Naples. Now, I found some sources about what happened in this region in the 20th century, but it was all very vague, so I'll just tell you the tidbits that I found. First was about Mussolini's push for agriculture in this region. He wanted Italy to be totally self-sufficient, so he designated Apulia to become like a little breadbasket. So this is when wheat started to be grown like excessively in this area here. Not just grapes and olives, but all kinds of foods to help Italy feed itself. And then I read about how during World War II this region was bombed quite a lot by the Allies and also by the Nazi Germans after the collapse of fascist Italy. And I didn't see any more details other than that. So, Italian viewers, I know you're out there, including the person who commented from Apulia, wanting to know when I'm covering your region right now, actually. Feel free to fill in those gaps in the comments below, and I'll pin comments that talk about more detailed history, because I couldn't find much more other than, oh yeah, it was bombed. Like, there's got to be more to the story. Nevertheless, that's pretty much all that I have for you from this area in terms of history. Very, very beautiful little corner of Italy. I mean, all of Italy is beautiful, let's be real. But this is one of those classic, like, rolling vineyards, little quaint seaside towns, things like that. Let's take a look on Google Earth. Okay, so I turned the lights out, because you guys really seem to like it when I do that. So here's Apulia. Let me zoom out so you can see just where we are, even though I'm pretty sure most of you can identify the boot of Italy from way far away. There's Italy and the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. It's the Adriatic there. Let's look at this slideshow where it's going to show us the Trulli homes. Is that not gorgeous? Reminds me of Cappadocia in Turkey, but almost a little more whimsical, because the rocks of Cappadocia are made by Mother Earth, and these are made by people who meticulously stack those little stones and make those little houses. Now, I want to be here right now. That looks amazing. You know, that water feels incredible, and that beach must be so lively and fun around all of the beautiful buildings and even the lovely rocks. I want to be there right now. All these beautiful little coastal towns. And of course, all like the fun little alleyways you find in Italian towns. Beautiful churches, beautiful. You can see all the limestone here, the natural rock of the region. The gorgeous cliffs, the pretty Mediterranean out in the distance. Oh, that looks so pleasant. I love the beach. That looks fantastic. So the thing is, this area, this is one of those parts of the world that there are slideshows on Google Earth on every corner. So here's more of the Trulli homes. Isn't that so lovely? I haven't explored 100% of this region on Google Earth. I figured we would do it together. So let's play. First, there are some parts that I do want to show you. I want to show you the spur here in Gargano. Show you the gorgeous limestone cliffs of this national park. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, these very sweet towns. Beautiful, beautiful. I really wanted to show you more of the interior instead of the coast. But the coast is so beautiful, how could you not? Look at this cool little chapel or church here in the caves. This limestone's very soft and malleable. Very old buildings there. Yeah, it's just showing the beautiful coast, which I don't blame them because it's so nice. But if you look at the interior, you can see this drastic landscape. Maybe I can find a slideshow. Oh, this region is really in 3D. It is a little bit. There we go. Like you can see the little mountain ridges here. Very, very different from the rest of the region. Look at that little spine of mountains here. Let's see if this sanctuary up here has some neat photos. Maybe some neat views. Oh, another little cave church. How fun is that? I don't go to church, but if I did, I'd probably want to do it in a cave. I don't know. Look at the cave art too on the walls. I was hoping for views. I love the statues. I love the art. I love the building. I was hoping for some views up high on this mountain. How incredible. Oh, I love the cave art here. That's so neat. That's so special, isn't it? How old do you think this building is? Oh my goodness. Probably like a good 700, 800 years old, I bet. There's a view, right? Not quite what I was hoping for. But look at that town. Oh, that's so special. Reminds me of San Marino, which isn't too terribly far away. It's not close, but it's not like far away. That is so neat. But anyway, I thought that this landscape was really interesting. Let's see this. Oh, it's so nice. Reminds me we were just in Aosta Valley. It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? But flatter. Oh, and sweet cows. And beautiful horses. And another sweet cow. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to to show you, right? Much more mountainous than the rest of the region. Next, I want to show you this area because this is where we have Del Monte Castle. At least I think this is the right slideshow. Yep, there it is. So this has a lot of better pictures. You can see the inner courtyard there, nice and round. So the Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II had just been dealing with like the Crusades and all of that, and it had obviously come to like a standstill, right? It wasn't going anywhere. So he reached out to Muslim architects, got designs from many places from the Arab world at the time, around the Levant and all that, and created the designs for this castle to sort of be a symbol of unity between two different cultures. I think that's very nice. That's what I'm all about. Big mushrooms. And this castle wasn't built to defend anything, really. It was just built to be, which is quite nice. If you zoom in anywhere, you can see all the little farms. It's one of those regions you can just play like find farms. Look how gorgeous, like a little quilt. Let's play it further south and we'll go look at Bari. Let's go right here. Farms? Oh, we got farms. We got even more farms here. Lots and lots of arable land. Let's look at Bari, the big city here. Very sweet and Italian, isn't it? Look at that. What a gorgeous town. We're by the seaside. Beautiful churches here. Wow. Big old fountains. Because it's Italy after all. So lovely. So that's pretty much all that I explored on my own. I got kind of overwhelmed with how much there is to look at. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to look at the rest with my subscribers. Let's see what this is. Protected marine area. Oh my gosh, look at that water. Oh, so lovely. Oh wow. Looks like the rest of the building didn't survive. Or maybe it's just a tower. How interesting. Oh, it's a heart. Oh, how incredible. Oh, the coral under there. Oh, that water must feel so refreshing. Oh, I bet it's nice. And I want to see this town up here. Look at this harbor. Taranto. Let's see what we've got here. Lovely bridge. Lovely old buildings. Yeah, I kind of have the feeling that even though all of these places are very, very beautiful, and very unique and distinct in their own way, I feel like all these slideshows are going to be kind of similar. That they're all going to just have lovely, oh my goodness, now that's a lovely statue. I was going to say they're all going to have typical Italian architecture, and then I come across this gorgeous statue. But you get what I mean. Let's see. Let's go down to the tip of the boot here. Let's see what's down here. Grotta del Sofio. Let's see what that's about. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so beautiful. Go swimming in the grotto here. Wow. That's really cool. What is this? Lighthouse, from what I can tell. Let's look at it. Down at the very tip of the heel of the boot of Italy. So all of these look very similar, don't they? There's always church interiors, which I do like. They're very beautiful buildings. Very cool. but there's Punta Ristola, Point Ristola in English. Oh, very lovely. You know what I should do since I have Italian viewers? Oh, I like that. That's cool, but that's man-made. Like, if you live in a place that you know the region's coming up, you should tell me, like, places to go check out. Because all these places are beautiful in their own way, but I want to show you, like, special places. You know, places that make me smile. Let's find one more spot. Let's stay on the Adriatic coast. Let's check out this town while I end this video. That is a gorgeous church. Wow, it almost kind of looks like a Orthodox, like a Serbian church. That's pretty. And a big old bell tower. Almost kind of looks like a minaret. But anyway. Thank you so much for watching. That's beautiful. If you enjoy this style of content, please consider subscribing. This is an ongoing series on my channel, but for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing Viewer's Choice, where my subscribers picked the topics I talked about. So we're not going to revisit this series until 2024. But we're going to be heading to the South Pacific next. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. I do hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. And I hope that you have a